some could argue that really that is why why Barack Obama is president today, because he spoke out against the war and Hillary Clinton did not. That's before the invasion. Now, though, people will have to hold him to that.
That's right.
That might have been, although people in the polls coming out yesterday said it was the economy, what propelled him to this point, because he had to win the primary, was that issue. That's right.
I think that the real challenge now is not so much what Obama does, but what do progressives do? Because we're now in an uncomfortable and unusual situation where for many people left of center, we actually have a friend in the White House. I can't remember during my lifetime, and I'm 58 years old, where I could actually say that someone who understands clearly the positions of the left. Now, we had a lot of silly talk about Obama being a socialist during the last 2 weeks of the campaign. He's not. He's a progressive liberal. But for those of us who are indeed democratic socialists, those of us who are on the left, how do we relate to the government where someone who ideologically is not an enemy, someone who understands the agenda and the issues that are of concern of the truly disadvantaged? How do we relate to that government? How do we relate to the politics of that administration? This is a real challenge for progressives. We heard earlier in the show a woman standing in that mass crowd in Grant Park, and Grant Park has a lot of resonance from 40 years ago, from 1968. Saying, now I feel like this is my America. It actually reverberated with something Michelle Obama might have said a while ago and got really slammed on. Now I feel proud to be an American. That's right. I wanted to go now to some other voices, young voices from Harlem. Yesterday, during the day, Democracy Now! Producer Nicole Salazar and I headed up to Harlem. We went along Martin Luther King and then over to Frederick Douglass Boulevard and then to Malcolm X Boulevard to a precinct, a voting precinct right there. Did you guys vote?
Yes, we did.
Okay, what's your name? How old are you?
Diamond. I'm 18 years old.
Is this your first time voting?
Yes, it is.
How did it feel?
Feel great. I'm glad I voted. It's a change.
Obama.
Yeah, Obama.
Did you vote right here?
Yes, I did.
Why Obama?
Because he's the best. He making a change. I'm not gonna vote for no McCain.
Did she mention Obama?
Yes. I'd rather have a cure for AIDS than new technology. Yeah. There's no need for that. Yep. You can make all the new phones and everything, but you can't have a cure for AIDS. That's a problem. So Obama's gonna make a change. He's gonna cure everything, make everything perfect. I believe in him.
What are you gonna do?
Me? I'm gonna get a job, make some money, get off the streets. Yeah.
Obama.
What's your name?
FEB.
Why Obama?
Obama because he's for the people right now, and right now he's someone that we need right now. We need change. We need growth and development right now. We need a lot of progress done for the people here in all states and all boroughs and everything, and just different way of life.
Malachi Daniels.
And have you voted yet today?
I have.
Where?
Right here at this precinct.
Malcolm X Boulevard.
Yes.
Who'd you vote for?
Cynthia McKinney, Green.
Why?
I think Obama hedges on issues around Iraq. I don't think they do. I think there should be unequivocal pullout, and the funds for this war should be cut. And Cynthia McKinney feels that way, and so does Rosa Clemente, and so do I.
Well, I voted for Barack Obama. I voted for him. I was going to give my vote to somebody else, but since she didn't win, I gave it to him. And I like what he had to say, and he changed me over the course of time. I have children. I want my daughter to go to college. So I'm looking forward to see what he's going to do. I just hope he do. I know he can't do everything, but just do something better than what it is. That's all.
America, democracy is beautiful. The rich must share the wealth. You don't need 3 homes. You don't need $3 million.
Do you think Barack Obama will work towards that?
Well, he will. He had the idea, but need the people to change their attitude about spending, about loving each other. He can't do it alone.
My name is Floyd Adams.
And who did you vote for?
Obama, of course.
Why?
Well, because he's talking about lowering taxes for the poor people, and he's going to build the infrastructure, which is going to create jobs throughout this country for people. So this way we won't be a burden to our country and the government. We'll be able to work and take care of our families.
Did you ever think Obama could win?
After he beat Hillary, I saw that the people really wanted to change. And he went up against McCain, and he won. He's winning.
Voices of Harlem on Malcolm X Boulevard. Manning Marable, how will Barack Obama's victory, how will Barack Obama being the 44th president of the United States change race relations in America?
Well, some of us would say that we've been waiting for this victory since 1619. It's been about 400 years for African Americans to really feel a part of American democracy. It's been 40 years ago. I mean, I think about this. The majority of black people did not vote in a presidential election. The first time they did was in 1968. That black people for 250 years were defined as property in this country. For another 100 years, we were relegated to the margins of democracy because of Jim Crow segregation. Black people were denied access to the ballot across the South until the Voting Rights Act of 1965. And for us to move in 40 years' time to the point of having a black chief executive is almost unbelievable for the vast majority of black people. But now the great challenge occurs, and it occurs in two ways. There are expectations that African Americans have that I believe can't be realized by one person, by this one man, entering a political structure and an apparatus that is not designed to liberate black people. We have to be soberly cautious about what Obama can achieve, can accomplish, even as the nation's president. But a second problem that I want to reiterate is, what does the left do as we approach a liberal administration that has won an unprecedented victory in our own lifetimes? This is equivalent to Lyndon Johnson in 1964. But what do we do? How do we put forward an agenda of that raises issues of class inequality, of gender inequality in this society? The Democratic Party is not a vehicle that's designed to advocate the issues of poor folk and working people.
And then there's a very serious issue of what does it mean when you have almost these very big majorities in the House and the Senate. Not clear it will be filibuster-proof, doesn't look like it will be, but very, very close. When Democrats can no longer say, well, you know, we wish we could, but they're the Republicans.
That's right. Well, now they have to assume responsibility for governing. And they are going to, you know, I think that we have to be frank. I mean, Obama is not a person of the left. He's a pragmatic liberal. He's going to govern largely from the center. I think that probably the big exception will be his Supreme Court choices, which will probably be very liberal. I hope. But the real question is, what do progressives do now?
Malcolm X, you're writing a book about him. We were on Malcolm X Boulevard yesterday. Your book is coming. You've been working on it for about a decade.
The good news is
Malcolm X think?
It's about 2/3 done, and it should be done. The book will be done in less than a year, and it'll be out in 2010.
So you're living Malcolm X, I am sure, and just living and breathing.
My wife will be very happy when it's all done.
And what is it like in that context to experience this? What would Malcolm X think?
I think Malcolm would be, I thought the other night about the ballad or the bullet. Malcolm in 1964 in his speech in Cleveland Ohio, said that America has a choice.
A battleground state.
That's right. You either, the choice we have is either racial confrontation, the bullet, or the battle.